about to be airing.
Pioneers are explorers. Pioneers are innovators. Pioneers are leaders. We are Marietta College. We are pioneers. Find out how you can become a PIO at www.marietta.edu.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, attempts to block abortion law in Ohio.
And new Dr. Seuss-inspired books to feature diverse characters.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Today's edition of NewsCenter 15, I'm Addison.
And I'm Ray.
Topping our news this afternoon. In Columbus, Ohio, a judge has blocked preemptive enforcement of a law that applies more restrictions on operating requirements on physicians at abortion clinics. These providers have said those restrictions threaten two of Ohio's last clinics. Hamilton County Judge Allison Hathaway ruled that the Ohio Department of Health cannot enforce these new abortion requirements until the law takes effect on March 23rd. Arguments for preventing this law from the ACLU and two Southwest Ohio clinics are scheduled for March 16th. The bill's stated goal was to impose criminal penalties in cases where abortion attempts are unsuccessful.
A leather helmet belonging to Amelia Earhart was just sold at an auction for an enormous sum of money. The helmet was worn during Earhart's legendary flight across the Atlantic in 1928 and was later lost in a crowd of Earhart fans. A spokesperson for Heritage Auction says the helmet sold for $825,000 and went to an anonymous bidder in an online sale that closes on Sunday. The seller was Anthony Twiggs, a 67-year-old Minnesotan who tried for years to validate that the helmet indeed belonged to Earhart. Twiggs said he inherited the helmet from his mother and had it authenticated using photo matching.
Hey Ray, I wonder what the weather looks like today.
Here to provide a first look at the weather is Cole Lochner.
Hey guys, so we'll be taking a look at our weather this afternoon. So today we have a high of 57, feels like 44, it's pretty cloudy. The UV index is low, the air quality is moderate, and the pollen count's low from the rain overnight. We have a slight breeze coming in from the south-southwest, 7 miles per hour. Humidity is a little bit higher, like I said, we got some rain overnight. Sunrise was just before 7, and the sunset will be around 6:30 tonight. That's all I have for current conditions, so back to you guys at the desk.
Sketches created by acclaimed children's author Dr. Seuss that have never been published will see the light of day in a series of books being written and illustrated by a diverse group of authors and artists. The company that owns the property rights to Dr. Seuss' works said Wednesday the books will include original stories inspired by previously unpublished illustrations from authors' archives at the University of California, San Diego. The announcement comes 1 year after the business announced it would stop publishing 6 titles by Dr. Seuss because they included racist images.
20-year-old Yakima, Washington, Manjulio Segura was being pursued by police for stabbing when a sheriff's deputy mistakenly shot and killed off-duty police officer Dono Sahota. Segura has pled not guilty to multiple charges, including murder in this case yesterday. The Colombian reports Segura was arraigned in Clark County Superior Court Tuesday on charges including 3 counts of first-degree murder, even though the autopsy showed that the bullets fired by Deputy Jonathan Feller killed the officer, not the stab wounds inflicted by Segura. Prosecutors argued Segura caused Cejoda's death as a result of Segura committing or attempting to commit other crimes.
Coming up, baby formula recall.
And the community working together to provide aid to Ukraine.
Stay with us.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have placed a nationwide notice on baby formula. The CDC and FDA have recalled the baby formula Similac PM after 2 infants passed away and several others have gotten sick during an ongoing investigation. Abbott Nutrition, who makes the formula, are adding more and more lot codes to the list of recalled products. To get more information on the exact baby formulas affected, go to simulacrecall.com.
An exchange of gunfire in South Philadelphia has left a teenager dead and an officer wounded. The officers were in an unmarked car when they spotted 2 teens on bikes and believed one of the teenagers had a gun, which they allegedly started shooting after the officers turned on their emergency lights. Officers fired as well, and the teenager was rushed to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. An officer on the scene was taken to the same facility for an injury.
The Emmett Till anti-lynching bill passed in the House of Representatives with a vote of 422 to 3. The bill is now on its way to Congress and if passed, will then head to President Biden's desk. The bill now makes lynching a federal hate crime with the penalty being 30 years maximum in prison.
Volunteers in suburban Boston are donating medical supplies to Ukraine as they continue in their fight against Russia. Members of the Hospital Equipment Loan Program help, and volunteers from the nonprofit Sunflower Peace and Warburn, Massachusetts, are working to fill trucks with hospital beds, wheelchairs, baby food, diapers, and other necessities, which will be sent to Poland in order to aid Ukrainians who may be lacking these resources.
Coming up, Kim Ye divorce update.
We'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
And we'll see what we can expect in the coming days with our extended weather forecast, so stay with us.
Where are we?
We are at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Marietta, a place some people call home.
A place of athletes.
A place of discovery.
A place for the future.
Your plan.
Your future.
Go Pios.
Jennifer Hudson says the NAACP has inspired little girls like her to achieve goals in life. So she says she is especially honored to be named Entertainer of the Year at the Civil Rights Organization's 53rd Annual NAACP Image Awards. Hudson beat out Regina King, Lil Nas X, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tiffany Haddish. Hudson got the honor on the strength of her portrayal of Aretha Franklin in the film Respect. Accepting the honor, Hudson said seeing the likes of Franklin, Patti LaBelle, and Halle Berry inspired her in her career.
At first, it seemed to be a smooth end to one of the most followed celebrity unions in recent times. When they announced they were divorcing, both Kim Kardashian and Kanye West seemed happy together to go their separate ways after 7 years. But recently, Ye, as he's known now, has said he wants his family back. He's also been lashing out on social media about Kardashian, her family, and her new man, Pete Davidson. Kardashian says a quick court ruling on the divorce will make Ye know they aren't getting back together.
It's probably the last place you'd expect a big-name Hollywood star to be in a new war zone, right in the middle of the turmoil. But that's just where Sean Penn is. The office of the president of Ukraine says Penn is there as Russian troops keep up their invasion. Officials say Penn has attended press briefings and met with government officials as he covers the invasion for a documentary. It isn't the first time Penn has gone to a world hotspot. He went to Haiti after an earthquake just 2 years ago. We're getting our game on in today's entertainment report, from the latest Pokemon news to a film about a famous YouTuber.
Here on our latest news in Hollywood is Landon Santini.
Pokemon trainers have 2 new adventures ahead. The Pokemon Company has announced Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, open-world games in which towns blend into wilderness, and wild Pokemon can be found everywhere from the skies to the seas. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet are due out later this year for the Nintendo Switch. In other news, the documentary How Did We Get Here looks at Sean McLaughlin, better known as Jacksepticeye, the massively popular YouTuber personality, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. As a YouTuber used to knowing exactly where the camera is, McLaughlin says his director definitely kept him guessing. How Did We Get Here premiered at the end of this past month of February on the live stream platform Moment House, with other scheduled releases on various other digital platforms and video on demand to follow. Well, that's all we've got for the world of entertainment. In Hollywood, I'm Landon Santini. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Landon. Now we'll head to Cole Longcore for a look at the weather.
How does it look out there, Cole?
Hey guys, so although we got some rain last night, as you can see, it is absolutely clear today. And yeah, I mean, we're getting some really good weather. Couple little patches here and there, some cloudier spots, but pretty much no precipitation in our area really at all. We're looking really good, and although temperatures are cooler today, looks like they should be warming up for the weekend, so we have that to enjoy. So let's take a look at that. So Friday we have a high of 52, low of 23, and sunny. Some of that cloud clearing up. Moving into Saturday, we have a high of 57, low of 36, partially cloudy. Temperatures warming up for us nice. Moving into Sunday, we have a high of 71, low of 59, moderate chance for rain. Temperatures are going up, but with that, you know, we'll get some participation. Monday, we have a high of 64, low of 46, and again, a high chance of rain. Temperatures are still quite nice for us, though. Tuesday, we have a high of 48, low of 35, partially cloudy. That rain's going to cool some things off going into the next week, but that's what we have in our extended weather forecast. So, yeah, enjoy your sunny, nice, warm weekend, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Cole. When we come back, Grant Moore will join us with an update from the world of sports.
See you in a few.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run. This is one tricky obstacle course. He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him. Oh, the fridge. Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, to reduce your risk for cancer, go to takeahealthystand.org.
Marietta College, home of the pioneers. A small town on the Ohio River with a tight-knit community and tons of opportunity. Find a home here at Marietta College. Bring forth a pioneer.
What are we gonna do? Ta-da! All right. Come on, every pony. Woo!
Liza, I just love how ponies are better together.
Me too. You know, same thing with Girl Scouts, Kamiko. Every day they make each other shine a little brighter.
And they make the world around them a better place. So join Girl Scouts.
And be a part of the friendship and magic.
And now we're back with Grant Moore for a look at sports.
What are we seeing in the world of sports, Grant?
I got the rundown right now. Major League Baseball announced on Tuesday that the first two series of the season are canceled. Rob Manfred held a press conference and answered questions about the MLB lockout. Owners are still trying to reach an agreement on expanded playoffs for 2022 season. The owners are hoping for the expanded playoffs so they can receive 100% of the television revenue, while the players are waiting for the portion of the money. We got an upset alert. On Saturday, for the first time ever, all of the top 6 teams in the nation lost on the same night. Although it was still February, March Madness is in full effect. The top-ranked teams lost all their representative games and the road in the conference play. This anomaly was more shocking because the 2 of the 6 lost to the unranked opponents. This will likely have an effect on the teams getting a bid into the NCAA tournament, with conference tournaments starting next week. Today, the PGA Tour starts their first tournament in the month of March, and is none other than the legendary Arnold Palmer Invitation. This tournament has been around since 1966. Last year's winners, Bryson DeChambeau, will not be competing in this year's event because he is still injured. Roy McIlroy is still the only champion of the tournament competing this year. FIFA has just announced that they will be leaving Russia out of the World Cup this year because of the attacks on Ukraine. They are working with the European soccer governing body who barred Russia from competing in international competitions. This qualifying round are currently taking place, and they have removed them from this round. France, England, and the United States have all reported that they will not compete against Russia under any circumstances. For now, that's all I have in the world of sports. I'm Grant Moore. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Grant. Joining us now at the desk is Cole for our last look at the weather.
Yeah, so how do you guys feel about the temperatures warming up as we go into spring break?
I'm excited. I'm ready to see the sun and not wear a jacket everywhere I go. I'm excited. Outdoor season starting for track, so it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, we're getting there, and hopefully it'll just hold out. So,
I hope so.
Yeah.
Hopefully we avoid any more snow, but it is Ohio, so who knows. What do you think, Ray?
I don't like to be hot. I don't like to be too cold. I don't like to be cold.
Which is why you're wearing a giant coat right now. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for Thursday's edition of WCMO TV, Channel 15 at 12:30 and 6:30. From all of us here at the station, we wish you a good weekend.
Meet Candace. This senior basketball player loves to spend time hanging out before class with her best friend and education major, Shelby. Shelby knows the best